In today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 exercises to get bigger forearms. And stay till the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to go over the best exercise to increase your forearm size. Just like the past couple videos I've done, this isn't a video on how to get stronger, it's a video on how to get bigger. Although strength training and size training usually do overlap in that if you get bigger, you get stronger. If you get stronger, you get bigger. Now, forearm training I think is very underrated because the forearms are one of the muscles that make you look the biggest. Think about it, if you're wearing a t-shirt, what are the two muscles that are exposed? It's your forearms and your neck. And so if you're a person who commonly wears t-shirts, a great idea is to have big forearms and a big neck, especially around like the traps right here. And it makes you look a lot bigger when you're in a t-shirt. Now the first exercise on my list is the wrist curl. Now the wrist curl is great for this inner part of your forearm right here. Now later in the video, I'm going to go over a couple exercises that work out the top part of your forearm right here. Especially the last exercise, which will actually work out both sides of your forearms and both very well. Now basically, if the wrist curl, you want to put your arm on some type of flat surface and you basically want to extend your wrist as far out as possible, and you want to have some type of weight on your wrist, probably a dumbbell, or you can even use barbells for it. And you want to curl your wrist and your wrist only. You don't want to curl your arm at all or any other part of your body. You want to curl your wrist. And the reason you want to curl your wrist is because if you don't know, the forearm is what controls wrist movement. Just like the bicep is what controls forearm movement. So if you're going like that, that's flexing your bicep, activating your bicep. But if you go like this, that's activating your forearm muscles. And the second exercise on my list is the wrist extension. Now the wrist extension is meant to target the top part of your forearm right here. And basically when you are going like this, these muscles on the top of your forearm have to pull your wrist up. And so it increases the strength and size of the top of your forearm here. Now in the video here, I'm using 20-pound weights, and that was actually a bit too heavy for me. So I would suggest, if you're a beginner, only using like 8 to 15 pounds on the forearm extension. And the third exercise on my list is the reverse grip curl. Now basically the reverse grip curl is just like a bicep curl, except you want to have a reverse grip on the bar to where you're pulling the bar up like this, not like this. And it's actually not a bicep exercise. Now it does activate the biceps a very small amount, but actually when you're curling it like that, it activates this part of your forearm right here. And that is one of the biggest forearm muscles in your entire forearm. And the fourth exercise on my list is the standing wrist barbell curl. Now out of all the exercises I did, I learned that the standing wrist barbell curl is the best for activating this part of your forearm. After every set, it's like I actually like groan out in pain from how much it's activating my wrists right here. Now I have to say, the last exercise on my list, it exercises both parts of your forearm, and it does both parts very well. Although I would say the standing barbell wrist curl is slightly better for this part of your forearm. But the advantage of this last one on my list, number 5, is that it activates both parts of your forearm. And that brings me to number 5 on my list. Now, if you're a beginner, this is the only wrist exercise that you should be doing. And the best exercise is called the wrist roller. Now, the wrist roller may look stupid, but it activates your forearms like no other exercise. Now basically the wrist roller, you have some type of a stick or tube, and you have a rope attached to it, and you have that rope attached to a weight. Now you can actually buy a real wrist roller online for like 10 bucks, but I made my own one out of just a little tube that I had and some rope and just one of my weights. And basically I just tie the string to the weight and I just roll it up. Now ideally you want to have your arms parallel to your body like this and not out like this, because when you do that it activates the front delt of your shoulder right here, and it might wear out before your wrists actually wear out. Now I've learned usually you can only do a few reps, like 3 to 4 reps of this, and your arms will be absolutely destroyed because each rep takes so long. So what I consider a rep is when I get the weight all the way back up to the top. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like button, and if you like my content, make sure to subscribe. God bless you all, and goodbye.